Today, we're going to look at some of the most horrifying, impossible situations a human being can end up in. These stories are not movie plots. These are real people who said, nope, not dying today. Let's start with Hugh Glass, 1823. His story was so epic, Hollywood made 2 movies about it. And one of them won 3 Oscars.
Wow.
Yeah, we're talking about The Revenant. He was a fur trapper on the American frontier. A grizzly bear attacked him. He got hurt so bad you could see his rib cage. Legs broken, chunks of flesh torn off his legs, wounds infected. He could barely move anything except his hands and arms. It was really bad. His expedition partners carried him for 2 days. They thought he was done when he passed out. The main group kept moving and left 2 men behind to dig his grave. While they were digging, a group of Native Americans attacked. They ran, leaving Glass alone. Everyone assumed he was dead. The Native Americans left the scene, but Glass didn't die. Despite his injuries, Glass regained consciousness, but found himself abandoned. No weapons, no equipment, nothing to eat or drink. He survived mostly on wild berries and roots. To prevent gangrene, Glass let maggots eat the dead, infected flesh from his wounds. He crawled and limped 300 miles through what's now South Dakota and beyond. He just refused to die. He became a legend of survival. Let's go to Antarctica, 1916. Ernest Shackleton's ship, the Endurance, was crushed by pack ice, leaving his 56 crew members stranded on drifting ice sheets in the frozen ocean. Shackleton led them roughly 180 miles to the relative safety of Elephant Island, where they survived for more than 5 months. They even boiled seal bones and seaweed in salty seawater just to stay alive. When food ran low, he and 5 men set off on an 800-mile ocean crossing to South Georgia Island, the nearest inhabited place, in a 22-foot lifeboat. He sailed through the worst waters on Earth. No GPS, walls of ice. He made it. Crossed the island's mountains on foot and came back for his men. Every single one of them survived. But survival doesn't always look heroic. Sometimes it's just ugly. Take Sir John Franklin's copper mine expedition from 1819 to 1822. He was a British Royal Navy officer, explorer, and colonial administrator. After serving in the Napoleonic Wars, he led 2 expeditions into the Canadian Arctic. He was one tough mother lover. Franklin took a Royal Navy party into the Arctic to map the northern coast. The planning, a disaster. Supplies ran out, men were boiling leather, eating lichen, chewing on their own boots. 11 of the 22 members died amid accusations of murder and cannibalism. Starving, freezing, still walking. Franklin barely made it home. He succeeded in many things, but the public always remembered him as the man who ate his shoes.
Whoa.
Now jump to Peru, Christmas Eve 1971. This one sounds like a badly written movie. You've probably seen those YouTube shorts where a baby falls out of a plane, lands on an island, and a cat rescues it. Yeah, this is the real version. Julianne Koepcke, 17 years old, is on Lanza Flight 508 when it's hit by lightning. The plane breaks apart midair. She falls roughly 3 kilometers, still strapped to her row of seats, into the Amazon rainforest. She wakes up alone, broken collarbone, torn up arm, crawling with maggots. No food. For 11 days, she walks through jungle where giant pythons, crocodiles, and jaguars roam. She survived by following a creek because her biologist parents taught her that rivers lead to people. Shout out to her parents because it worked. She finally finds a logging camp and is rescued. Let's continue with another miracle lady, Ada Blackjack. A poor Inupiat mother, married at 16, had 3 children. But in 1921, her husband left. 2 of her children died of sickness. She needed money to care for her only surviving child, Billy. She was forced to place him in an orphanage because she couldn't afford treatment for his tuberculosis. That same year, she joined an expedition to Wrangel Island in the Arctic as a cook. In 1922, the resupply ship didn't return. Food ran out. 1 man got scurvy, died in her arms. 3 others left to get help and vanished. Ada was left totally alone. Just her and the camp cat, Victoria. She taught herself to hunt foxes, repair gear, stay alive for months. until finally a rescue ship reached her in August of 1923. Now, let's talk about something highly dramatic. October 1972. A Uruguayan rugby team's plane crashes high in the Andes, about 12,000 feet up. Out of 45 people, 12 die in the crash. Several more die soon after from cold and injuries. Search planes fly right over the wreckage and miss it. After a week, the world just stops looking. The survivors face sub-zero temperatures, exposure, starvation. Then an avalanche, killing 13 more. They have almost no food, surrounded by nothing but rock, ice, and dead friends. They make a choice most people can't even imagine. They eat the bodies of those who'd already died. After 72 days in the mountains, 2 survivors, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, climb miles of mountains at 60 degrees and hike for days across the Andes. They find help. They save the remaining group. 16 people walk out alive. How did these people survive? It's stubborn hope. It's working hard. And of course, with a little luck, they beat the odds.